Hello viewers, and welcome to our program titled Softwares as Teaching Aids. In our program today, we'll be discussing about two software applications and how they can be used in the classroom as teaching aids and not as instructional devices.
Lately, Kathy and I have noticed that students have been zoning out during our maths and science lessons, perhaps due to lack of motivation and engagement.
In order to combat this, Veronica and I ventured out in search of more motivating and engaging teaching aids.
And that's when we came across two softwares, Fraction Tutorial for Mathematics and a Rube Goldberg Burglar Catcher for Science and Technology.
According to Robler, softwares are broken up into 5 different categories.
It's a drill and practice, tutorials, simulation, instructional game, and problem solving.
The first software that we will discuss about is Fractions Tutorial.
Tutorial softwares, according to Finger and Robler, are instructional learning sequences that are mainly used for self-paced learning and review of concepts. This allows teachers to prioritize the time that they spend with their students.
As you can see, once the software is started, students are provided with explanations on the different concepts of fractions. They have full control over the pace of the explanations as they can click on the next button whenever they are ready to move on. This enables them to process and reflect their understanding on the mathematical concepts at a pace that is comfortable to them.
However, one disadvantage that our students encountered while using this self-paced learning software is that there is no back button. Hence, the software isn't as flexible as students cannot review previous content to clarify any misunderstandings.
So now it's time to ask the big question: is this Fractions Tutorial meaningful for students?
Yes, Kathy, it is. Why may you ask? Well, according to Jonathan, a meaningful learning experience involves students actively and constructively engaging in a task. With this software, the students are manipulating pizza orders to represent a specific fraction.
When students submit a correct answer, feedback and explanation on why the answer is correct is given.
From this, students continually observe the result of their manipulations in order to move from the simple to the complex.
This process whereby learners move from the simple to the complex, as Jonathan states, is a constructive approach. As the students progress on, they manipulate the pizza orders to represent more than one fraction. By representing and reflecting on more complex experiences, learners are able to integrate the complex with the simple, providing them with a deeper understanding.
Now, let's move on to a Rube Goldberg Burglar Catcher. This software is a problem-solving software which can effectively be used in science and technology.
Problem-solving softwares, as Finger and Robler states, are softwares that are based around a challenging scenario in which students must work collaboratively to develop solutions to the problems.
Once Burglar Catcher is open, an instructional goal is given to the student, which motivates them to think and learn more in order to fulfill this goal.
For the goal to be achieved, students must successfully complete 4 stages, taking into consideration the varying factors that may affect their decisions. This process engages students in authentic scientific investigations because, as stated by McDevitt, gives students opportunities to conduct investigations in which the procedures and outcomes are not predetermined.
Unlike Fractions tutorials though, students cannot progress to a more difficult level after completing all 4 stages. This is a disadvantage to fast learners as they require more intellectually challenging tasks.
The software does encourage students to work collaboratively and share ideas. However, for this to effectively work, as suggested by Stacey, teachers must ensure that students are aware of various problem-solving strategies and cooperative skills.
In comparison to Fraction Tutorial, a Rube Goldberg Burglar Catcher provides a more meaningful and authentic learning experience because it is student-centered and not content-centered.
This is evident in Fingers 4.2, Conceptualizing Planning for ICT Use, where interactive tutorials are located at the bottom, closer to the rote learning and content-centered end of the model. Problem-solving activities, however, are located at the center, highlighting the balance between both student and content-centered learning.
After using these two softwares in our classroom, Kathy and I have noticed that students' engagement in maths and science lessons have improved. We hope that you will use these two softwares in your teaching, and hopefully you will find them to be effective teaching aids as much as we did.
That's it from us for today. Until next time, goodbye.